Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new TV show spoiler review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. Today, I am breaking down just my general thoughts on the first two episodes of the new Disney Plus MCU show, Agatha All Along. I'm going to break down my general thoughts, let you know if I'm liking the show, not liking the show. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. Get us to 250 subscribers by subscribing and ring that bell for notifications. I do these type of TV show reviews, movie reviews, out-of-theater reactions, movie franchise rankings, and a box office breakdown show. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the first two episodes of Agatha All Along? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Are you going to keep watching it? Or are you going to wait for it to be completely out to binge it? Let me know your viewing process in the comment section down below. I love responding to all your guys' comments. And then also please like the video, the thumbs up button down below. Helps support the channel, helps the YouTube algorithm out. So the more you guys like the videos, the more I get recommended to new people. So please keep hitting that like button. So if you're new to the channel, I used to do TV show spoiler reviews by breaking down things throughout the episodes, and I felt like that was kind of a waste of time because if you're watching a spoiler review, you've seen the episode, so I don't need to retell you what happened in the episode. So I'm just gonna give my general thoughts here, spoiler version though, on the first two episodes. So if you've not seen Agatha All Along, on my Instagram and my Twitter, which you can find in the description below, I did post my instant reaction non-spoiler to the first two episodes. If you want to see my quick reaction to the first two episodes without spoilers, you can check that out on my Twitter and my Instagram. But this will be full spoiler. So if you have not seen the first two episodes, click away, then watch the episodes, and then come back here. So I was not overly excited for the show. Agatha was WandaVision for me was one of my favorite MCU experiences of the last 4 years. And while I don't think it's as good as Loki, for me, WandaVision is my second favorite MCU show. And that's because of just the weekly debate and theories and all these things weekly. It really, we were at a time in 2020 where everything was kind of binge and there was no shows that would come out weekly that you would have to sit around and a table and discuss with people for days on end. And that's what WandaVision provided. And I thought it delivered 90% of the time, that show. And Catherine Hahn delivered in WandaVision. But I was nervous that this show is taking place 3 years after the WandaVision phase. And it kind of felt like this was a bit too long to get done. I think they could have had an Agatha show in 2022 to keep the momentum going. But it feels like we are kind of far past the days of WandaVision, especially the part of the MCU. So I was not excited. I'm a huge Aubrey Plaza fan, so I was excited to see her in the show. So that was my expectations. And with the show, if you see my instant reaction or on Twitter or Instagram, you'll know what I'm about to say, which is that I think we're off to an okay start. The first episode was a Mayor of Easttown riff, and Agatha All Along's episode 1 felt like the bridge between WandaVision and doing their own thing, because obviously, WandaVision was based on having the Hex be around all these different sitcoms. And we learned at the end of WandaVision that, Wanda got rid of the Hex in Westview, but basically this spell is only on Agatha. And in the show, we learned it's been 3 years since Wanda left. And the whole first episode is breaking down that Wanda is dead from the events of Multiverse of Madness. And there's no possessor of the Darkhold. They were all destroyed in Multiverse of Madness, and Agatha has no powers at the show because Wanda obviously took all of her power in that series finale of WandaVision. So we're in a kind of a Mayor of Easttown thing, and Aubrey Plaza's Rio Vidal is playing kind of the Agatha role that Agatha played in WandaVision, which is that while Agatha was in Wanda's hex, she knew that she was in a hex and in Wanda's head throughout all of this. So she kind of knew when to ask Wanda some real questions while Wanda's in the hex or when to restart things. And Rio does the very similar thing. Rio knows that Agatha's in her hex throughout the whole first episode. Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza delivered in these really Plaza's just in the first episode, but Han really delivers in both episodes. The chemistry is clearly there. There's clearly a romantic, I think, history in the past between Agatha and Rio, possibly about why they don't like each other. Rio's the one who gets her out of her spell, or helps her get out of her spell, but really was Joe Locke's character, who's just named Teen in these first two episodes, because every time Joe Locke's character says who he is or where he's from, Agatha is not allowed to hear that. So Agatha's goal so far in the show is to get her power back, because obviously she lost it to Wanda. But I thought the Mayor of Easttown episode in episode 1 felt very slow. And while I wasn't enjoying myself, I'll just say that. I thought it was okay at best. I was pretty much bored for the most part in episode 1. Outside of Aubrey Plaza's character, because when she was in the story, I felt like the show had some energy to it. And because, Kathryn Hahn's playing this very serious police cop, the episode didn't really have much energy to it outside of Aubrey Plaza's infusion into it. The last fight was okay with Agatha and Rio in episode 1, but that was sets up that Agatha needs to create a coven to go on the Witch's Bridge to regain her power back. And then episode 2 is just gathering up all of the people on the list that she got from Patti LuPone's character of Leela Calderon. So we meet Patti LuPone's character, Shasir Zamata's Jennifer Kale, and Ali Ann's Alice Wu Gulliver in this second episode with Joe Locke's character and Agatha going on this mission. Now, for me, what's keeping the show watchable is the ensemble. The show is extremely well cast. Kathryn Hahn is excellent. As I said, Aubrey Plaza is very good. But again, Joe Locke, I thought, did a very good job in these first episodes, especially in episode 2. He instantly had very good chemistry with Agatha, with Kathryn Hahn and the rest of the ensemble. I love that Deborah Jo Rupp is back as Mrs. Hart. She's always was very well cast, but Patti LuPone seems like the most interesting new character into the show. I'm excited to learn more about her character. So the show is very well cast. Kathryn Hahn was having an absolute blast in episode 2. I laughed a couple of times, but this show just hasn't gripped me yet with the story because we rushed this whole team up in episode 2. We rushed how she just meets them, talks to them for 5 minutes, and then they're just okay joining the team. Because we start out with every interaction between Agatha and these witches as awful. Like, why do we ever want to team up with Agatha? And then after a 2-minute conversation, they are now on the side of doing this thing with this lone witch, one of the most evil witches ever. I just feel like for Agatha being this devilish, evil witch, and all these characters don't want to talk to her the moment they see her, after a barely 5-minute conversation, they are cool doing this mission. I think there should have been a better explanation and more time given to these other witches before we get this whole team up. It just felt like, here we go. We got to get right into the show. I think we need a bit. And obviously, we have 6 more episodes, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, there's 9 episodes on the show. So we have 7 episodes left of the show. So we obviously have plenty of time to still learn more about these witches. I just felt like it felt kind of abrupt. Episode 2 felt very abrupt. The look of the show is very good. The Salem 7, very cool design, extremely scary, I think, for Disney and Marvel. The way that the Salem 7 move was very freaky. I really enjoyed that design, the look, the movements on those characters. I really enjoyed Kathryn Hahn in episode 2, but this as I was watching it, I do feel like it feels so far removed from WandaVision. And even though WandaVision was 3 years ago, the MCU has had so much content since then. It feels like way longer than 3 years since WandaVision. And I don't feel like this show added to the momentum of WandaVision so far. I like the cast, as I said. I'm cautiously optimistic that the show can get back on track, because with a lot of these Marvel shows, actually, I believe they've gone off to really strong starts and then really dipped towards the last 3 episodes. So maybe it's a good thing that we're not off to the hottest of starts of the show. Maybe we end on a really good note. I'd rather a show end well than start well as it pertains to if I'm choosing one or the other. But while I'm cautiously optimistic, I think this first two episodes were okay. They were passable. It was watchable television. I enjoyed the cast. I enjoyed the characters for the most part, but the story just has not got me locked in whatsoever. And the show has not given me a reason to caring about what's going on in the show. So the show has a lot to answer for. I'm going to keep watching. My plan is to be here every single Wednesday, giving you guys my spoiler reviews on the new Agatha episode. So I'll be back here next next Thursday, breaking down the new episode of Agatha all along. What are your thoughts on the first two episodes? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys soon.